human activity is prompted by desire. There is a wholly fallacious theory, advanced by some earnest moralists, to the effect that it is possible to resist desire in the interest of duty and moral principle. I say this is fallacious, not because no man ever acts from a sense of duty, but because duty has no hold on him unless he desires to be dutiful. If you wish to know what men will do, you must know not only or principally their material circumstances, but rather the whole system of their desires with their relative strengths. There are some desires which, though very powerful, have not as a rule any great political importance. Most men, at some period of their lives, wish to marry. But as a rule, they can satisfy this desire without having to take any political action. There are, of course, exceptions. The rape of the Sabine women is a case in point. And the development of northern Australia is seriously impeded by the fact that the vigorous young men who ought to do the work dislike being wholly deprived of female society. But such cases are unusual, and in general, the interest that men and women take in each other has little influence upon politics. The desires that are politically important may be divided into a primary and a secondary group. In the primary group come the necessities of life, food and shelter and clothing. When these things become very scarce, there is no limit to the efforts that men will make or to the violence that they will display in the hope of securing them. It is said by students of the earliest history that on 4 separate occasions drought in Arabia caused the population of that country to overflow into surrounding regions, with immense effects, political, cultural, and religious. The last of these 4 occasions was the rise of Islam. The gradual spread of Germanic tribes from southern Russia to England and thence to San Francisco had similar motives. Undoubtedly, the desire for food has been and still is one of the main causes of great political events. But man differs from other animals in one very important respect, and that is that he has desires which are, so to speak, infinite, which can never be fully gratified, and which would keep him restless even in paradise. The boa constrictor, when he has had an adequate meal, goes to sleep, and does not wake until he needs another meal. Human beings, for the most part, are not like this. When the Arabs, who had been used to living sparingly on a few dates, acquired the riches of the Eastern Roman Empire and dwelt in palaces of almost unbelievable luxury, they did not on that account become inactive. Hunger could no longer be a motive, for Greek slaves supplied them with exquisite viands at the slightest nod. But other desires kept them active, 4 in particular, which we can label acquisitiveness, rivalry, vanity, and love of power. Acquisitiveness, the wish to possess as much as possible of goods or the title to goods, is a motive which, I suppose, has its origin in a combination of fear with the desire for necessaries. I once befriended 2 little girls from Estonia who had narrowly escaped death from starvation in a famine. They lived in my family and, of course, had plenty to eat. But they spent